Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and I'm going to try and bring you along for another week, maybe week and a half. I don't know what I'll make this week for dinner for the Three Rivers Challenge. So if you don't know what that is, it's a pantry challenge. I'm not doing great. I am doing great at it. We've had a lot going on. So there's been a few days where we've ate out. But I am taking what I get from the restaurant. Usually if Chris and I eat out, I veered off here, but just a minute. So usually if Chris and I eat out, we always get like 2 meals out of each of our meals, right? So like if he has prime rib and whatever, and we have a nice meal, we only eat half the prime rib, and then we can bring it home and we use it for breakfast or a sandwich or something like that. You know what I mean? So we always get more than 1 meal out of our meal when we eat out. Or I revamp it, you know, and do it in something else. But the Three Rivers Challenge is Jessica from Three Rivers Homestead. And if you don't know, check out her challenge. If you like to cook, if you have a big family, obviously we have none, but stuff like that. She has so many, if you have dietary restrictions, she has so many great ideas for recipes, or how she just goes through the homestead and you know, works on her garden, works on canning, works on all kinds of stuff. She's amazing. And she's very serene to listen to, which I love. It's very relaxing to listen to her. Anyway, so she does this challenge every year, or for the last few years, and where it's a pantry freezer challenge type thing. You got to use as much as you can. The challenge is to use up stuff in your stockpile, right? Use up stuff in the stuff that you've canned, the stuff that you froze. And hold on, sorry, the new baby is getting into something. Hi, I'm Whiskey Boo Conley. And so anyway, so the, stinking cute. So the challenge is to use what you have at home, use up stuff on your shelves, stuff like that, and in your freezer to get ready for the new season coming up when you're going to be canning and gardening and stuff like that, right? Try not to spend anything at the grocery stores. If you have to, you have to, right? Life goes on. You know what's best for your family. So obviously we have to buy bananas and cheese, and sometimes buy some yogurt, a little bit of the low carb bread, stuff like that, for us, for for my husband's sandwiches. But other than that, I'm pretty good. I have applesauce. I have all kinds of sides like green beans, things like that I can use up. I got plenty of meat still in my freezers. Stuff like that we can use for dinners and for lunches and for breakfasts, and eggs. Eggs are ridiculous. So those I still buy, but very limited, and I'm using them very limited. Usually we would eat we go through probably 3 to 4 every morning. Now I'm trying to come up with different creative things to do, right? Or to fill in with the eggs and only use one. Isn't he stinking cute? So anyway, so that's what this challenge is all about. Sorry it's long-winded. I just want to pop on here and tell you, and then we'll see what I come up with for meals this week and go from there and see what I use out of the freezer or leftovers and reuse those. Yeah, so I can, hold on. Well, I gotta put him down. Hold on. I'm back. Okay. So anyway, let's see what we come up with. Cheers. Okay, so tonight what's for dinner is I pulled out 2 pork chops out of the freezer, thawed them out, just seasoned them with seasoning, salt, and garlic powder. I chopped up an onion and a pepper I had in the fridge and put some Worcestershire sauce on them and sauteed them in butter. Look at how beautiful. Now I sprinkled some cheese on them. I'm just going to let that warm up a little bit and melt. Okay, and then I just had a little bit of a sauce from a restaurant that we went to, and I thought I'd put a little bit on the pork chop. Doesn't that look amazing? Okay, so I'm going to chop up a couple carrots, put it in there. We're going to do like a French onion one, so I'm going to get out an onion and cut that up. Use some tomato sauce in there. I have some broth in the fridge, and some garlic I got out of the freezer. I'm waiting for it to thaw out, and I'm going to throw that in there. I did go downstairs and get one of the onion soup mixes, just because I have several down there, so I thought I'd use some of them up. I'll get these peeled up. I'm also going to do a side of my green beans for dinner also. I'll do one more carrot. Ooh, big one. I like peeling carrots. Do not throw these away. It's going to go in my freezer bag in the freezer so I can make broth later out of veggies, scraps. Okay, so I got some garlic. Put that in there. You know what time it is. Let's cut some onion. Okay, saving our scraps of the onions also. Okay, I'm going to put in 1 cup broth. And a can of tomato sauce without splashing myself. Some Worcestershire sauce, some pepper, some salt. I'm going to throw a packet of that in there. Mix it all together, and I'm going to pour it over the roast. Okay, I'm going to pour this over top and spread that out and put it on low for like good 10-12 hours. Here I'm going to make a ground sausage and what you could use rice skillet type recipe. But instead of using regular rice, I'm going to use cauliflower rice. So you saw me taking some of the sausage I had from my freezer, ground sausage, and I'm cooking that up. I have plenty of onions in the house, so I'm going to chop up some onion. This was, I think it was a half an onion that I had in the fridge. So I've just thrown this in. I'm going to dice it up, get it in there. Then I had a Roma tomato in the fridge. I do have a few of those, I think, in there. So I want to get, fresh produce used up first. So I thought I'd chop one of those up. Throw that in there also. Right now I'm just going to cook in the onions. Get those sauteed and softened up in there with the sausage. I just love that meat mixer, meat breaker upper tool there. I have 2 of them now and love them. It really helps. I'm going to add in some the can of tomato sauce. I have plenty of diced pimentos in my pantry, so I thought I'll take the opportunity. If you have peppers, use peppers, but I had plenty of diced pimentos, so I opened a fresh jar. It was a little stubborn there for a minute. I'm getting that put in there. Give it some extra flavor. And then, of course, we're going to add some minced garlic. You could add regular fresh garlic if you have it, which I do, but it was all in the freezer at the time, so I thought I'd use some of this out of the fridge. And we're just going to kind of blend the happy flavors together and get that going. This almost turns out kind of like a sausage goulash type thing. It kind of reminded me of that. It was very good. My husband had 2 helpings of it. And then we had plenty left over so we could do it for lunches. So I'm just going to put in some pepper and some salt. I need to refill my coarse salt, and I just haven't done it yet, so I don't even know what that says. Oh, paprika. It's going in there. And now I'm going to throw in, this is a pre-cooked cauliflower rice that is pantry shelf stable. So it's not frozen. I love it. I get it on Amazon. I get like it's a 6-pack in a box. So it's already pre-cooked, so you kind of just add it in. It really helps for a great quick weeknight meal, you know, under 30 minutes and everything. So I'm just going to add that in. And at the end, I'm going to add some of the fresh tomatoes. I love fresh tomatoes on sometimes all pasta dishes or rice dishes and stuff. It's just, there's something about it. I just love it. Get up here with me. I'm going to add in a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Get a little depth of flavor. And there you go. It was delicious and hearty, which was perfect for that night. Okay, so this we are going to make kind of just like a sausage gravy. More sausage out of the freezer. I got plenty of it. So I thought I'd cook up some of the sausage. I just wing my sausage and gravy. So obviously if you feel more comfortable going online and finding a recipe on Pinterest or in a cookbook or something, obviously please do that. I just kind of wing it with butter and heavy cream and the sausage, and I put lots of pepper in mine. And I haven't had sausage gravy in forever, and it just sounded really good. So we are going to eat this for dinner that night. So like a breakfast dinner type thing. So I added my butter, and now I'm adding some heavy cream. And there's times where I have to add a little extra heavy cream because I let it simmer too long and then it gets too thick. It's fine. It always turns out just perfect. And I'm okay with that. I just don't measure. I just cook away, and I know the ingredients they have to go into it. And I add, some garlic powder and make it yummy. You can see it bubbling and simmering away, and it'll just get thicker. I'm going to cook up a couple eggs in the other pan. and I was like holding on to him. And oh, this like looking or whatever. He went to jump. Like he went to jump like no, and he went to jump on the railing. And I went to jump on it. And I thought he had a pretty perfect time, but as I was doing, I went like this, and then he kind of like fell to the ground and just looks at me and I'm like, and then he's like this, or go through the house. Like, what did you do to him? Over here, you know, trying to catch him and I'm just let him go, get him fine. You can see I just added a little bit more heavy cream to the gravy because, you know, I cooked it a little too long and it got a little too thick. So easy peasy though. I fixed it. It was fine. And I made a piece of toast and I put the egg on top and put the gravy, sausage gravy over top. It was so yummy and perfect and comforting. Okay, so for tonight's dinner, I had 2 of these frozen patties still left. I'm going to pull those out, get them cooking on here. I have buns, just basic cheeseburgers, and then I pulled out this is so good, out of the pantry. I'm going to use that up as a quick side because we are watching the game. I don't know. Put some onion powder, and I put Lori's seasoning salt on here. I'm also going to grill up these. They're low-carb buns, even though we're eating this pasta over here. Okay, swapped out the buns. I'm going to get some cheese on here. Turn it down a little bit. So at least I got that bag of the last 2 burgers out of the freezer. Okay, so this is Chris's. Little munchkin down here. Just wait, I'll get you some mail. Simple and using stuff out of our freezer and in our pantry of everything we already had on hand. Okay, so we still have some leftover roast, so I'm going to make a hash out of it. So I got that searing up with some butter, and then I'm just going to crack a couple eggs in here, Or I may put it, I might not. I might put the egg over top to let it soak on top. We'll see what I do. Making my eggs up, but I'm going to leave the yolk a little runny. I'm going to put them on top. I'm going to put a little hot sauce on them. Look how beautiful that is for breakfast using what we have and leftovers. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed the video. Some of the ideas that I can give you from some of the leftovers and stuff like that we had this week. Yeah, so check out down below. You'll see a hashtag 3 Rivers Challenge. If you put that in or click on that, it will take you to everyone that's doing this challenge, and it will inspire you to use what you have at home, use up food stock that you have, so you can make room for fresh during your garden season coming up. It's exciting. It's exciting that sometimes you forget what you have downstairs or in your pantry or wherever, and you're digging through your cupboards, you're like, oh yeah, I need to use that up. You know, even if it's something simple, something easy, like the mac and cheese. You know what I mean? I can use that at any time, but I needed something easy that night because we had a long day, and I was just going to throw it together, and that's what we were having. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Check it out down below, the hashtag 3 Rivers Challenge. See what other people are doing, and hopefully I'll be back next week with another video for this. And check out my other videos. Also, I do a lot of thrifting, cooking. I got to get more into the cooking for you guys. Sorry, it's been very hectic around here. Different stuff like that. So, you know, it's my channel and it's my life, so this is what I do. It's a little bit of everything. Cheers!